Please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoing, bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Greetings, students, parents, teachers, faculty, relatives, and any other parties in attendance. How's it going? I first off want to thank the members of the Board of Education, our superintendent, Mr. Jeff Bender, and assistant superintendent, Dr. Rich Burgess, and everyone else who works behind the scenes at the district office, but still shape our education. Today, we virtually gather, to celebrate the Voorhees class of 2020 and all of their accomplishments over the past 4 years. We'll get into all that good stuff in a bit, but first, can I just say how crazy this is? I mean, really, who would have thought that we'd be doing a graduation ceremony online? Or that you'd be watching this through a computer screen rather than from the bleachers? Honestly, although it doesn't seem like it, the camera makes this a lot more difficult for me. I'm already not that funny, and now I have to make jokes without even seeing how you react. Like, do I just stand here and wait a few seconds, or do I just move on and avoid any awkward silences? Well, lucky for you guys, I'm quite the idea person, so I'm just gonna sit here and stare at the camera for a good 5 seconds each time. So, anyways, I was forced to scrap my original plans of roasting Mr. Peterson and McGeehan until they cut my mic. I know, big disappointment, but I'll try to follow through with that if we have a real graduation in July. Well, Mr. Peterson is starting to give me a bit of a weird look, so it's probably time to get serious for a second here. I think the best way to start off this speech is by addressing the elephant in the room, and no, it's not my poorly styled hair that I forgot would be covered when I wrote this joke. I'm talking about COVID-19. Like George Washington once said, you can't eat at the Chinese buffet if there isn't any duck sauce. The coronavirus could not have come at a more exciting and memorable chapter of our lives. As much as teachers will deny it, the second half of senior year is notorious for not being a very work-intensive time. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it isn't super important and productive, because it is, but rather than the normal grind of schoolwork, the second half of senior year focuses more on discovery, reflection, and let's be honest, a whole lot of fun. Unfortunately, for our class and our class alone, prom, seaside weekend, the senior trip, a normal graduation, and a chance to say goodbye have all been stripped from us. Luckily, most students were still able to experience Senior Assassin. Shout out to Joey Garcia for that one. But still, it is undeniable that our class is missing out on a lot of once-in-a-lifetime experiences. I'm sure you've all heard the classic, "This will only make you stronger," or "This will build character," which I agree is true, but it shouldn't discount the fact that we're missing a lot of big milestones. Like Winston Churchill once said, you don't want to hide the Mars bar in your sleeping bag when there's a bear outside the tent. COVID-19 has been hard on everyone. Although we are very fortunate to be in good health, it's been especially difficult for us seniors to watch our final year end like this. It may seem like it now, but seniors, I want you all to know this. The past 2 months will not define your 4 years of hard work. This virus has stolen a lot from us. That's a given. But it cannot take back the quiet late nights we sat at our desks studying for tomorrow's big test. Cannot take back the countless early mornings we just could not bear to get out of bed, but we still did it anyways. Can't take back the tough wins and the even tougher losses that our teams put their hearts on the line for. Can't take back the stress and anxiety that we experienced on a daily basis because we just could not accept failure. And most importantly, you can't take back the countless memories, friendships, and emotions that we've experienced over the past 4 years together. The coronavirus can take our last few months of high school, but it cannot and will not overshadow the work that we've already put in and the legacy that we've left here at Voorhees. Like General Stonewall Jackson once said, if you want to get real, then don't put a horseshoe inside your pillow. Our journey has been long, and the road we've traveled has had more potholes than the Voorhees parking lot after winter break. We've had our ups, like Halloween sophomore year at Sevens. We've had our downs, like me coming very, very close to being impeached. We've made some great decisions, like taking any of Miss Nix's classes, and some pretty bad ones, like when Rob passed up $500 cash to do the pie eating contest. But at the end of the day, the class of 2020 has had some incredible moments and has overcome some pretty remarkable feats. We're resilient, we're dedicated, we've got an abundance of personality, and we're pretty good at setting up tents and mazes. Thank you, seniors, for making our last 4 years together such a memorable and exciting journey. I wish you all the best in whatever path you choose in life, and I pray that Facebook becomes popular again so I can track you down in 10 years for the reunion. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the Salutatorian for the class of 2020, Rebecca Garrison.
Okay. Welcome, Voorhees community and the graduating class of 2020. I'm glad that I'm still able to make this speech despite the current circumstances. I would like to start off by thanking the administration for doing their best to give us some form of a graduation, even though it may not be what we all anticipated. I would also like to thank my family, friends, and Voorhees in general for helping me get to the point where I am through their support. Going into high school was a nerve-wracking yet exciting experience for all of us, but I think that our class is what made everything worthwhile. Even if I may not know everyone, and everyone may not know me, we still functioned as one unit, the class of 2020. I can say personally that the people I got to go through high school with were my favorite part. We've all worked hard and deserve to be here, graduating together. I'm so proud of everyone for making it through these 4 years. Over that time, we have all grown and changed. We are the future, which is really a heavy weight to carry. There are people in the class who are going into the Army, want to be engineers, surgeons, fashion designers, chefs, and so much more. We've all been on the same journey through high school, but now we need to go our own ways. We have all been one community, one class, and even if we do not know it, we've all impacted each other's lives. This is a huge step forward for us, and though we may not be together now or in the future, I'm glad I've gone through this whole experience with all of you. I, like the rest of the class, am disappointed that we did not get the end to the senior year we expected. However, I do not want to spend too much time dwelling on that fact, but rather appreciate what we did have. For those of you that participated in Senior Assassin, it was good to see people I have not seen in months, even though my team couldn't even get through the first round. I could talk on and on about the teachers who have put in their hard work educating us, the skills we have mastered over the years, or the memories we've all created. But I want to keep this short and to the point, as the main piece of advice I got writing this was don't make it too long. We are all ready to take on the bright futures we have ahead of us with what we have learned through high school, whether that be from a teacher, a peer, a coach, or even yourself. Voorhees and all the people in it have helped shaped us to be who we are, and that will always be a part of us as we go our separate ways. High school has had its ups and downs, but in the end, it's a great day to be a Vike.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to introduce to you the valedictorian for the class of 2020, Madison Ogrzalik.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddie Ogrzalik, or you may know me as Moger because that's what I've been called for the past 4 years. As everyone knows, on March 13th, our senior year was taken right out from under us. The last couple of months are supposed to be the best part of high school: senior prom, the senior trip, seaside, or even just the last day of school. We did not get to experience any of it, but one of the biggest things we missed out on was a chance to say thank you. So, on behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to say thank you. First, to our parents. Obviously, without you, we would not be here today. Thank you for everything you have done to get us where we are. To the teachers, administration, coaches, nurses, security, lunch staff, janitors, trainers, supporters, and literally anyone that has impacted our 4 years here at Voorhees, thank you. I'm sure everyone here wanted to give a proper goodbye to all of you, but because school was closed, we were never given the chance. And I know this is definitely not the graduation we have all been looking forward to, but hey, at least the class of 2020 will be remembered. I mean, I know we've already made a pretty memorable reputation for ourselves here at Voorhees, which we were reminded of every single year at our class meetings, but now there's no way they can forget us. I know our situation right now is not ideal, but if anyone had to go through this, it would be us. You might be thinking, why? Well, I'll tell you. Our grade has stood out since freshman year as being different than other grades prior. It might not have been in a good way, but we were different. Just ask Mr. Peterson. The fact that we get to have the first non-traditional graduation just showcases how much we stand out. For all of high school, the class of 2020 has known how to have fun. And while this is not all there is to life, it's an important aspect. Knowing how to have fun, even in tough times, shows we possess the qualities to make the most out of any situation. Just take COVID-19, for example. Yeah, quarantine was not fun. But when most people would have just complained about our senior year being cut short, we were able to find ways to stay connected and have fun. Whether it was Zoom calls with our friends on Friday nights, meeting up for a car party, we were even able to make Senior Assassin happen. Safely, of course, with the exception of Emma's windshield. The class of 2020 knows how to find good in terrible situations, which is a quality that we should carry with us for the rest of our lives. When I was trying to write this speech, it really got me thinking about the best parts of high school. And for me, it was definitely being locked in my house for the last 3 months of it. Obviously, that's not true, but it did give me time to reflect on my time here at Voorhees. It made me realize that what I'm going to miss most about high school is not all the big things, but all the little things. It's the stuff that still makes me smile thinking about to this day. Like freshman year, when every single day I would walk into Spanish class and scream happy birthday to Gabe. Singing Bruno Mars in the back of chem class with Stoker, Freddie, and Jack. Hearing Will Layfield tell his Zoom did you expect joke. Kate at the ties after the milk can game. Showing up to a wrestling match with 2 minutes left. Listening to all of Miss Galal's stories. Winning our first unified basketball game. Falling in front of the entire school while doing the obstacle course with Jerry. All of these memories got me thinking, what will my other classmates miss? So I decided to ask them. And it was not surprising to see that they did not say big events like prom. Okay, that might have been because a lot of us didn't get to go, but that's besides the point. My classmates said they were going to miss things like the lunch ladies advising which brownie is going to taste the best, singing with your teammates on the bus after winning a game, messing around with McGeehan in the hallways, playing crazy eights in class with all your friends, when Doug asked us how our day was going in the hall, seeing all the crazy Halloween costumes people wore to school, and so much more. You see, when you think about it, the parts that are the most memorable are the little things you wouldn't think would matter in the long run. But all those moments, each and every one, impacts you. And while we might not have been able to experience a couple of big things, we had millions of little moments, and those are the ones that will be remembered more. So, when you're thinking about the next chapter of your life, whether that's attending college, getting a job, going into the military, traveling the world, or whatever the future holds for you, cherish those little moments. Appreciate the time you have with the people you love, because you never know when it could be taken right out from under you. And make sure you make the most out of every situation. Class of 2020, I know you will all do amazing things. Remember to have fun and appreciate whatever life throws at you, because it will only make you stronger. Thank you.
It is my privilege to introduce this year's High Honor graduates. These students have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 and higher throughout their time at Voorhees High School. Samantha Marie Ackerman, Sarah Frances Anderson, Reagan Elizabeth Barnes, Lily Grace Barazzini, Natalie Bavos Chen, Kane Owen Benson, Isabel Maria Baratieri, Cassandra Boyce, Jack Jason Brado, Cameron Page Bush, Noah Mateo Carey, Preston Scott Clausen, Frederick William Klukas, Eleanor Marie Curley, Jessica Brielle Dio, Amanda Dunleavy, Caroline Stewart Egan, Sophia Elise Elzar, Catherine Ruth Ivanko, Emma Grace Ivanko, Stephanie Lee Fabroni, Dana Marie Fabiano, Elizabeth Ann Folsom, Lily Jing Fosberg, Henry Allen Freely, Dylan Neil Fritz, Bruce A. Fujihara, Catherine Giaudio, Gabriela Dolores Gonzalez, Gabriel Andrew Hanley, Luke Alexander Higgins, Sarah Hoffman, Samuel Lewis Hauser, Alexis Judd, Emily Ann Carney, Victoria Elizabeth Kiley, Joshua Tyler Kinsky, Lauren Nicole Kakowski, William B. Layfield, Nina Marie Lewis, Isabella Jane Liebler, Thomas James Mahoney, Eric Roman Marin, Catherine Grace McComb, Charlotte May McGlynn, Kira McLaughlin, Taryn DeSoto Miller, Luke Earl Norris, Emma McCurry Pancook, Tane Monroe Peacock, Lily Catherine Phillips, Amelia Todd Puglia, Caroline Helena Quick, Kristen Cardoso Rodriguez, Nicole Marie Rosales, Casey Lee Roskowski, Kenneth Gavin Rudin, Abigail Linda Schlotterbeck, Emily Marie Sell, Joseph Michael Cernis, Donovan Smith, Mason Andrew Snyder, Daniel Ciabra Salacio, Jason Thomas Solomon, Evan Kai Stoker, Andrew Joseph Tevaba, Sarah Rose Upwood, Edward Michael Villamaria, Kate Margaret Volk, Courtney May Willett, Ionasis Alexander Ypsilantis, the Salutatorian, Rebecca R. Garrison, the Valedictorian, Madison Elizabeth Ogerzalik. Congratulations once again to the Voorhees class of 2020 High Honor graduates.
Mr. Bender, Dr. Burgess, members of the Board of Education, parents, grandparents, friends, and graduates, Before I begin, I would like to recognize those students who will be enlisting and serving in the military and keeping our nation safe. Before I address the graduates, I would like to recognize and extend my personal gratitude to members of the Voorhees faculty who are also graduating today. On behalf of the Voorhees community, I would like to thank Guidance Counselor Jean DeSalvio, Student Assistance Coordinator Jeff Hunt, Art Teacher Kim Jennings, and Administrative Assistant Irene Grulich for their dedicated service and many contributions to our students. These four individuals have played a priceless part to what is the Viking family, and we wish them well in their retirement. Thank you. So now for the class of 2020. How do I describe this class? I spent a lot of time thinking, and I would have to say that this class is quite unique. And when I spoke to your class officers about the plans for this year's graduation due to the COVID virus, they described your class as individually passionate, which of course then makes you unique. As most classes, there's a kind of a guiding force or a guiding, you seem to be going in a general direction as a group, but you do tend to move individually. Unique is what you are. Your story is just that. You came into this world at a time that this country and the world were changed forever. 6 of you were born before 9/11, and 1 of you on that date. The rest of you were born after the world had completely changed. And now, as you leave high school into a world, once again, completely changed, this time by a virus. None of us were truly ready for this. But who better than you? Who better than the class that was born into change? And now you get to go out there and make a positive change yourself. You are unique. Don't believe me? Here are some synonyms for that word. Exclusive, distinctive, matchless, rare, incomparable. Now, if that doesn't describe the class of 2020, I don't know what does. A great group of individuals, all going in different directions and paths. But now that will end quickly. You will now go on a path working with different people with similar interests and similar goals. It is in these individual parts that you will come together to complement each other and shape the team's direction and excel. There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. I know you will succeed at this. Know that in this new experience, there will be challenges along the way. But if you stick to it and you work hard, you will find that success that you deserve. Vince Lombardi, and for those of you who do not know that is, and that's for the graduates of the class of 2020, he's the guy, a former coach in the NFL, the actual Super Bowl trophy's named after him. I think he said it better than anyone could say it when it comes to hard work, that the dictionary is the only place where success comes before work. I believe that you have learned that lesson here at Voorhees High School. But keep in mind that no matter what you do, please try to do the best not only for yourself, but more importantly for others. Mother Teresa, I think, said it best. None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love, and together we can do something wonderful. So get out there and do something wonderful. I wish you all the luck in the world in the future, and remember that you always have a home here at Voorhees, congratulations to the class of 2020. Mr. Bender, Dr. Burgess, and members of the Board of Education, I hereby certify that the members of the Voorhees High School class of 2020 have met the graduation requirements set forth by the State of New Jersey and the North Hunterdon Voorhees Regional High School Board of Education.
As we prepare to read the names of the graduates, you will notice that we are recognizing the same honors these students would have received as we would in the program at a traditional graduation. This includes the various honor societies as well as the honors and high honors graduates. And now, the Voorhees High School graduating class of 2020.
Samantha Marie Ackerman. Hope R. Adams. Haley Samantha Ader. Miriam Ahmad. Stephen Liam Allen. Marlon Tristan Almario. Antoinette Julian Almendris. Grace Elizabeth Anderson. Sarah Francis Anderson. Riley Thomas Anderson. Maximus Roman Andrade. Colton McLean Atlas. Benjamin Quinn Onger. Isabella Rose Banna. Reagan Elizabeth Barnes. Lily Grace Barazzini. Gage Michael Bartley. Nicole Susan Bauman. Natalie Bavos Chen. Sarah Jean Batoff. Benjamin Hickman Beard. Rebecca Marie Benavides. Lauren Louise Benoit.
Kane Owen Benson. Thomas Michael Billowitz. Isabel Maria Birateri. Kyra Olivia Mamish Blake. Shane Samuel Blazovic. Cassandra Rose Boyce. Shane Aiden Boyle. Jack Jason Brado. Derek Walter Breikoff. Colin James Brogan. Joseph William Bruton. Kyle Brian Jr. Clarina Ann Bird. Michael William Busella. Cameron Paige Bush. Monica Lujan Cabanas. Isabella Vera Cafaro. Riley Ann Cameron. Noah Mateo Carey. Renee Devon Carroll. Jessica Caroline Castro Cervantes. Sean Robert Caulfield.
Christopher Francis Chin. Timothy Richard Christ. Preston Scott Clausen. Andrew James Klukas. Rachel Nicole Klukas. Frederick William Klukas. Drew Austin Conover. Henry James Cordes, Jr. Gavin Davis Corley. Benjamin Michael Kranz. Isabella Krask. Elijah Antonio Craig. Lisa Marie Cucciara. Brianna Kristen Cuevas. Eleanor Marie Curley. William Francis Donosky III. Dylan Scott Dalrymple. Tucker Lane Davis. Harrison T. DiBiase. Giovanna De Lima. Joseph Samuel DeLucent. Jessica Brielle Dio. Anthony Joseph DeStefano.
Kyle Gilligan Donahue. Daniel Stephen Doyen. Ben Drake. Kaylee Drake. James Daniel Drew. Amanda Leety Dunleavy. Benjamin Mark Eberly. Kirk Slade Edwards. Caroline Stewart Egan. Sophia Elise Elzar. Gerard Godwin Anderson. Catherine Ruth Ivanko. Emma Grace Ivanko. Jack Warren Ivanko. Faith Everhart. Stephanie Lee Fabroni. Dana Marie Fabiano. Robert Martin Feltz. Derek Saul Fenton. Christopher Jacob Flores. Connor James Flynn. Elizabeth Ann Folsom. Amy Lee Ferran.
Lily Jing Fosberg. Jennifer Ann Fornell. Henry Allen Fraley. Dylan Neil Fritz. Bruce A. Fujihara. Janisa Diana Gardner. Naomi Demilla Gardner. Nyasia Demaya Gardner. Catherine Gaudio. Gabriela Dolores Gonzalez. Cassidy Greenman. Christian Robert Groth. William John Guilfoyle. Ava Rose Hanley. Gabriel Andrew Hanley. Lucas Harris. Christian McKinley Hart. Ellie Grace Hopley. Jason Christopher Hines. Benjamin Daniel Hemberger. Jacob Ryan Henderson. Stephanie Danielle Hernick, Luke Alexander Higgins,
Emma Sage Alexandra Hintz, Danielle Ann Hoffman, Sarah Hoffman, Samuel Lewis Hauser, Andrew Joseph Rabovecki, Isabella Havizdak, Brooke Highland, Cooper Jack Irving, Alina Marie Islin, Taylor Jessica Jameson, Laura James, Lauren Elizabeth Jarowitz, Jasmine Crystal John, Alexis Judd, Georgia Catherine Kalinchek, Justin Michael Kavanaugh, Emily Ann Carney, Madison Hope Kelly, Danielle Hafiz Khan, Ronald Lewis Kieran Jr., Victoria Elizabeth Kiley, Joshua Tyler Kinsky, Ty Charles Klein,
Lauren Nicole Kokoski, Lucy Adelaide Kaharski, Emily Kurzija, Natalie Langartner, William B. Layfield, Amy Rose Leidner, Nicholas Ryan Lenzinger, Joseph Colin Letters, Nina Marie Lewis, Sydney Kate Lewis, Isabella Jane Liebler, Daniel Jacob Lindeberry, Garrett Alexander Loescher, Thomas James Mahoney, Lauren Ashley Malgapo, Anthony Michael Mangione, Eric Roman Marin, Daniel Philip McCabe, Catherine Grace McComb, Charlotte May McGlynn, Kira McLaughlin, Logan Geary Mead, Andrew Peter Mielek,
Hillary Silva Mazarek, Austin Drew Miller, Jacob Christopher Miller, Taryn DeSoto Miller, Riley Page Mills, William Arthur Minor, Owen Reese Minor, Haley Monteleone, Parker Sebastian Moore, Lindsay Elizabeth Murin, Colin James Murray, Hannah Louise Nakamuli, Brianna Nardolillo, Emma Elizabeth Natal. Thomas James Negri, Jr. Cooper William Nickel. Luke Earl Norris. Catherine Virginia O'Brien. Sean Robert O'Gara. Elizabeth Rose Olerenshaw. Warren John Orlando. Emma McCurry Pancook.
Grace Ellen Pancook. Andrew Scott Pasqualone. Owen James Patrick. Tane Monroe Peacock. Christy Frederick Pfeiffer. William Aaron Funke. Lily Catherine Phillips. Taj Robert Piontkowski. Jackson Bernard Ponzo. Amelia Todd Puglia. James Michael Cartuccio. Caroline Helena Quick. Sammy Kumar Eldine. Hannah Lynn Redrup. Tabitha Grace Reedy. Joshua Allen Rich VII. Kristen Cardoso Rodriguez. Casey Lynn Roll. Thomas Roll. Nicole Marie Rosales. Rachel Joyce Rosales. Casey Lee Roskowski.
Kenneth Gavin Rudin. Annabella Ruiz Diaz. Sierra Felice St. Rose. Matthew Jaden Santillo. Joseph Michael Scarcia. Jack Schaefer. Abigail Linda Schlotterbeck. Alfred William Schweikert IV. Max Hunter Seals. Emily Marie Sell. Joseph Michael Cernus. Frank Michael Simone. Donovan Smith. Maya Kelly Smith. Mason Andrew Snyder. Skylar Nicole Solwater. Daniel Ciabra Solacio. Austin Jeffrey Stinner. Evan Kai Stoker. John James Sullivan. James Paul Such. John Vincent Swider III. Fritz Swingle. Joseph James Swiston.
Jenna Nicole Sylvester. Jason Lee Teal. Andrew Joseph Tivibaugh. Angeline Thomas. Zachary Daniel Tong. Nicholas Ryan Triglia. Robert Tully. Cameron Toomey. Sarah Rose Upwood. Evan Michael Urbanski. Daniel Scatino Us. Todd Scott Van Pelt. Jonathan Chase Barney. Michael H. Barney. Alexa Marie Vavrick. Robbie Veneris.
Eve Grace Venn. Edward Michael Villamaria. Kate Margaret Volk. Michael Joseph Walton. Alexander David Warner. Courtney May Willett. Zachariah Michael Urian. Sarah Elizabeth Yerkes. Ioannis Alexander Ypsilantis. Cameron Donald Zahn. Emma Catherine Zandy. Casey Marie Zemenek. Nicholas Albert Zobian.
The salutatorian for the class of 2020, Rebecca R. Garrison.
The valedictorian for the class of 2020, Madison Elizabeth Ogrzalik.
The class president for the class of 2020, Jason Thomas Solomon.
Congratulations to the Voorhees High School graduated class of 2020.